All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kata. Welcome to Kata B Fitness and welcome to your Saturday surprise workout. Today we are going to be doing lower body. I am going to be using resistance bands, the loop bands for a couple of the exercises. If you want to do them with me and you have some loop bands, go for it. If you don't, you are more than welcome to do the same exercises without the loop bands. The loop bands just add a little bit of extra tension during certain exercises like side leg lifts and weighted marches. It's also helpful if you have some dumbbells, but we are going to do 6 circuits, 2 exercises per circuit, and we're going to do 2 rounds, 40 seconds work and 10 seconds rest. I am still wearing my brace during leg exercises and during workouts and things like that, but for the most part, thankfully, I am doing really, really well. And I really do credit that to being consistent with my exercise. I have the muscle development that I need to help protect my knee. And I've been doing my therapy exercises, which is very important anytime you have an injury. If they give you your therapy exercises, do your therapy exercises. They might not seem like they are helping, but they really, really are. So we are going to go ahead and get started and get a little bit of a leg workout in. And remember, I also try to offer modifications. So if you're not able to do an exercise, I try to give you a secondary option. But we're going to start with alternating toe lifts right in the center. So we're just nice and tall, keeping those knees pretty straight. And we're just going to lift those toes. Here's 4, 3, heels up, right, then left, right, and left. Rolling through, ball of the foot and the big toe. So we're stretching out the bottom of that foot. Good, 8, 7. Here's 4, 3, right leg, we're gonna swing it front to back. So nice and tall, think about bracing your core. You're standing tall on this leg while you swing the other one front to back to wake up the hips. 2, good, switch it over to the other side, same thing, just a nice good forward and back. And the good part is you gotta work on your balance, so hold on to something if you need to, it's okay. 3, 2, switching sides, we're gonna do out and in, out and in. If you can, a little bit of a cross. If you've had a recent hip replacement, you're gonna come to the midline of the body and you're gonna stop. 3, 2, good, we're gonna switch it over to the other leg, so out and a little bit of a cross in front. Out and in. If you can go bigger or just out and here. 3, 2, all right, slow deadlift right in the center. Hinge it down, stand up nice and tall. So belly's in, push the hips back. Nothing changes body position wise. You're just gonna bow forward. So take it front, hinge it up nice and tall. Good, hips to the wall, stand tall. Little bit of a tuck, but we don't want to tuck so far that we push our hips forwards. And lift. One more. Good, we're gonna hold a low squat and we're gonna just do side steps. So a low side step, little tap. So we're pushing the hips back, little hinge, starting to wake up the inner and outer thighs a little bit more. Let's bring it up, hamstring curls right here. Good, 8, 7, 4, 3, bring the knees up in front. We're gonna do a nice good lift. Start to add a little bit of a torso rotation. Here's 4, 3, 2, in the center, slow squat. Drop it down, stand up nice and tall. So when we do our squats, notice my chest is up. My body position doesn't really change. Now, if you've got a different shape to the head of your femur, you might be doing a little bit more of a forward fold, but we want to sit the hips down to the heels. That's kind of our cue. Good, forward step and reach right here. Forward step, pull it back. If you're ready, start to drop it down into a little bit of a lunge. 2, side lunge, out and in, out and in, out and in. 4, 3, 2. All right, backward lunge, nice and slow. Reach the arms up, take it back tall. Drop the back knee to the floor and stand. So we're dropping it down, front knee staying over the shoelaces. Reach it up, bring it up. 4 more. Drop and lift. We've got 2 more. Down and up. 1 more. Good, bring it in. We're gonna do a plank walkout. So your option 1, so you're gonna walk it out to a nice good plank, runner's lunge. Foot to hand, step it back, foot to hand, step it back, walk it all the way back up. Now for those of you that aren't going to the floor, hand on the chair, step it back to a plank, step 1 foot to the side of the chair, little glute squeeze, step it back, foot to the side of the chair, little glute squeeze, step it back, and then stand up nice and tall. You pick. There's always a way for you to modify an exercise to work the same muscles and get some of the same benefit without having to go to the floor. Now, I think everybody should practice getting up and down off of the floor. And this is no matter how old you are. You need to be able to get up and down. Good, this is the last one for me. Step and step. Walk it all the way back up. Bring it into the center. Roll the shoulders. Grab a quick drink of water. And then we're gonna get started with our workout for today. So first exercise, we're gonna do a heels elevated squat. So put a couple of dumbbells under your heels. They don't have to be high off the ground. Roll up your mat. So your mat's rolled up, elevate your heels. Second exercise, the mat is gonna be under the toes, and we're gonna do a deadlift, an RDL, with our mat rolled up and underneath our toes. Now you can just do regular squats and regular deadlifts. Don't feel that you have to do the heels elevated and the toes up. So we're just gonna take it down. I'm still sticking with a little bit of lighter weights, light-ish, however you wanna call it. But we're gonna go ahead and get ready. So heels elevated. Now this is gonna be a little bit more knees compared to a heels down. So roll up your mat, put it under the dumbbells, 40 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So we're nice and tall, and we're just going to squat it down and then bring it back up. We're still pushing through our heels. We're still pushing through the ball of the foot as well. Some of you may notice that with your heels elevated, you can go deeper into your squat. So you may be able to go a little bit deeper. If you can, that's a good sign that you need to work on some ankle mobility. Stretch out your hamstrings, your calves, especially down by your ankles. Good, we've got about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we're going to take it for a toes elevated deadlift. Still have soft knees. Here we go. So hinge, we're gonna take it down, and we're gonna bring it back up. Now remember, when we start with exercises like this, start with something small. I have an 8-pound dumbbell, but it also means that I'm a couple inches off the ground. Use your mat. That's a really, really good way to start. Some of you, if you work out in the gym and you do this, those 2.5-pound plates that go on the barbells, or even the 5s, but 2.5 pounds is a really, really good place to start. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it in. We're gonna bring it back around. Heels elevated squat. And again, you don't have to do heels elevated. Here we go. We're gonna drop it down and we're gonna lift. So a little drop and a lift. So the big thing is to make sure that we're working in a way that challenges us, but that makes it so that we're not gonna have trouble walking and going up and down stairs tomorrow. It's been a long time since I've had to deal with DOMS, so delayed onset muscle soreness. Really haven't had to deal with that. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, we've got one more set. We're gonna do our toes up deadlift. And remember, you can do just feet hip width apart. Here we go. So soft knees, nice good hinge, nice good stand. So nice good hip hinge back, belly button pulled in. A lot of times with deadlifts, we start to collapse at the chest. We let those shoulders round because we're trying to reach those hands as close to the ground as we can get. I want you to keep your hands as far away from the floor as you can get and try to get your chest a little closer to the floor. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring it in. Set it off to the side, shake it out. If you have a yoga block, a step bench, or something like that, you're gonna do heel drops with me. If you don't, I'm just gonna have you do a little bit of a balancing single leg squat and come up, okay? So it's not here and it's not a deadlift, it's just a down and an up. Otherwise, we're gonna do a heel drop. So we're gonna be on the edge, toe is up, little heel drop and stand. The higher, the harder. Second exercise, forward lunge, side lunge. So forward lunge, side lunge. So 40 seconds, heel drop or little single leg squat. Use a chair for balance. 3, 2, and 1. So we're nice and tall, and we're just gonna think knee forward a little, hips back, little drop, and tall. This is knee stability. This is actually one of my therapy exercises to rehab my knee. So little meniscus tear, or if you have a medial cruciate ligament injury, this is one of the exercises. We're focusing on stabilizing our knee. We're not letting it go in or go out. Drop and lift. Less than 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, with or without a dumbbell, I'm doing without today. Dumbbell at the chest, front lunge into a side lunge, same leg. Here we go. So we're gonna step it forward and drop, bring it in, step it to the side, and drop. So if you can, I encourage you to add resistance. This is my first all leg workout, so I'm gonna do a lot of stuff body weight today, or with lighter weights than I would normally use. I'm still assessing my recovery. It's really hard at this stage for me anyway, to not just be, I'm ready to go, I can go back to my weights. And I have a very minor injury, minor. Good job, bring it in. We're going back for that exercise, going for our heel drop or our single leg squat. 2 and 1, good. So a little drop and bring it up. Little drop and bring it up. It's not very big. Tap the heel and stand. So we don't want to drop it to the floor. Just tap the heel and up. So this is balance and stability. And same thing if you're doing that single leg squat. We're not bowing, we're just little tap. Little hip back, little knee forward, bending hip, knee, and ankle. We're trying to stabilize that knee, stabilize that entire leg. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. All right, forward lunge, side lunge. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So step it forward. Drop, bring it up, side lunge, push off. So we're working this leg right here. Now, if you need to do a reverse lunge, you're gonna do an opposite. So this leg will stay here, this leg is gonna reverse lunge, this leg is gonna go out to the side. Because this round, this leg is doing all the work. Good, 12 seconds. Next round, we're gonna add our bands. If you don't have bands, don't worry about it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Shake it out. Grab a quick drink. We're gonna put that band around our thighs, just above our knees. So for this exercise, I like the fabric ones personally. There's nothing wrong with the latex or the rubber ones, but these ones, they stay up better. The fabric ones stay up better. I like using the rubber ones if I have to do something like a knee extension, but we're just gonna take it down. Banded side steps or side squats, and then we're gonna do a banded weighted march, option to add weights. 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna hold it low, press it out, and step. Things to watch out for. A lot of times we do this. You can see my feet are going out, my knees are not. Knees out, knees out. So we're working those outer thighs, those glutes. These are your adductors. And it can be little steps. Little steps. Just start here, sitting back into your hips. Knees and toes are pointing forward, so we don't want to turn them out and look like this. And we don't want to turn our knees in like this. Feet forward. Good job. Bring it in, shake it out. We're going to do a weighted march or an unweighted march. Here's 2 and 1. So stack it. Brace the core, lift your hips. So thighs parallel to the floor as close as you can get. If you don't have a band, I highly encourage you to hold on to a dumbbell. Get some good core work here. They can be down by your side, they can be in front, but we're bracing. This is just a little extra hip flexors. 15 seconds, standing leg, push the floor away. So it's not just marching. Push the floor away, standing leg, lift that thigh. So you're getting hamstrings and glutes a little bit on the standing leg. Hips on the hips, good, rest. Hips on the marching or lifting leg. Good, so give yourself a little bit of room. Up here, okay. Hinge it back. Side step, out and in. So even without the band, push the hips back. So if I turn, I'm not pushing my knees forwards and staying perfectly tall. I'm hinging back, pressing out with my knees. The rest of the leg is gonna follow along. Knees lead, hips lead, then knees. Bring it out. Should be feeling it right in here. Good, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out a little. All right, march. Weighted march. 3, 2, 1. So nice and tall, ribs pulled in. Lift, down, lift, down. In this exercise, especially when we work with bands, the band wants to pull us back down to the floor. Your challenge, don't let it just drop. Resist the band pulling the leg down. Resist that muscle getting longer. So when you do this exercise, you're getting hips. It's hips on the way up and the way down. Muscle gets shorter, muscle resists getting longer. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Grab a quick drink. We're going to keep the band on if you can. If not, no worries. You can treat this one like a balance drill or grab a dumbbell. We are going to lunge it back, and then we're going to single leg deadlift like we want to reach towards the floor. So lunge and lift. Try to keep the leg back, so you're trying not to bring it into the front. Second exercise, hold it here, tap out and in as fast as you can. All right, so 40 seconds, banded lunge with a lift. 3, 2, and 1. So nice and tall. Have something nearby. Lunge, and lift. So you can have a chair, take it down. Can you reach for the chair? Down, lift. So we're focusing on a good glute squeeze, stabilizing that back leg as we really work the glute on the front leg as well. Drop, lift. Nice, good deadlift. Notice when I come up, I'm not letting this leg hang out and drop. I'm dropping, I'm lifting. 3, 2, and 1. All right, pick which leg. This one, if it's standing, you're gonna get stability. This one, you're gonna be working it. You choose. Here we go, hinge it down, out and in, out, out. Again, tap nice and quick. Now you can hold it here. We don't want to go over and back. Again, we're working the hips, and this is outer thigh again. We are doing inner thigh down on the floor a little bit later. So again, this leg, stable. Knee is not wobbling when you tap that leg out, sinking in, work the glute, and then on this side, working that outer thigh. Even if you don't have a band, sink in, hold it, stabilize. 2 and 1. Shake it out. We're gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. So lunge with that lift. Here we go. So lunge, push off, lift. So drop it down, lift it up, squeeze the glute, hinge, drop, lift, reach. This is one if you need to, truly. Hand on the seat or hand on the back of the chair. Drop, lift, reach. Drop, lift, and reach. You make this work. I can definitely tell this is getting tired, a little weaker. I'm starting to rotate. Here's 2 and 1. Shake it out. I'm gonna take it over for our side tap. Here's 2, 1. Hinge, tap out, tap in, out and in. If you need a break, give yourself a little bit of a forward fold and a deadlift. Definitely feeling my buns burning. Stabilize your standing leg. I have to watch this leg. My toe likes to turn out to the corner. So I'm really working on rotating my hip in so that when I am doing my tap, I'm not letting my toe go out. This is just one of those things that you start to learn about your body as you start to work out. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. We're gonna take it down to the floor. Option 1, ditch the band. Option 2, if you want to, you can keep using the band. We're gonna do a bear with a toe tap back. So hands and knees, we're gonna tap it back and bring it in. I am going to use a stretchier band, and I'm going to put this one around my feet for the first exercise. We'll see how this goes. You can absolutely have it around your thighs. Second exercise, again, hip rainbows. If you're standing, you can do a plank or you can just hold it here, and you're gonna do kind of a little donkey kick, a little glute squeeze, put your footprint on the wall, and then for your rainbows, if you can lean to the side a little, you're gonna do a rainbow just like this. Well, we're gonna take it down to the floor. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm going to put this one around my feet. So I'm gonna have it around my arch. I'm gonna come into my bear, or you can just stay on hands and knees. We're gonna do alternating toe taps back. So I'm 3, 2, and 1. So 40 seconds. So option 1 right here, you're going to extend the leg. Think about your leg position. Don't let your toes point. We don't want that band to pop off. We're trying to push the heel straight back. Little toe tap. Resist it coming forwards. Make it harder. You're lifting up into that bear. Now we're working our quads as well, and our core and our shoulders. Again, band is optional. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm taking the band off. I'm just going to lie on my side. Take that leg out straight. I'm going to lock out my knee. I'm right here. I'm going to take it forward and back. So lock out your knee. We don't want to have a knee bent. Lock it out, lift, and lift. Now don't get stuck just doing rainbows in the middle. Forward, and then can you go back? It doesn't have to be way back. So we're stabilizing our core. If you prefer, lie all the way down on your side. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, flipping it back over. Going back for our hands and knees or our bridge. So good position right here. Extend, bring it in. Extend, bring it in. Option is you're just going to do a little bit of a back kick or a donkey kick, reaching that toe back behind you. Good squeeze. Again, option 2 is we lift up into a nice, good bear position. This is, again, going to get some quads in addition to glutes and hammies. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Take it over onto your side. And we're just going to go for nice, good hip rainbows. Here we go. So lock out your knees, straighten your leg, lift it forwards, and lift it back. And as we were 3/4 of the way through the first side, I realized these are supposed to be glute rainbows, not outer thigh rainbows, but we're in it, so we're just gonna keep going. Definitely gonna have some sore outer thighs, so we'll make sure to stretch those really, really well today. Good, we've got about 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring it in. We have one more set of exercises to do. We're going to do a bridge with a leg extension. And then we're going to do inner thigh lifts. If you have ankle weights, you can do ankle weights with these exercises. That's a good option. Or you can try it with a band. I'm not always very good with this one with a band, but I'm going to give it a shot, see how we go. I'm going to put mine around my ankle for this one, at least for the bridge leg extension. What you're going to do is you're going to take it all the way down, lift up into a bridge. You're going to extend and then bring it down. Extend and bring it down. I don't know how this is going to work around my feet. Find one that's comfortable. If you're staying upright, you're going to do this one sitting in a chair, and you're just going to straighten your knee and set it down. Second exercise is an inner thigh lift. So 40 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So lift up into a bridge. We're going to straighten, and then we're going to bend. Straighten and bend. And I am not having good luck around my feet, so I am going to put it back around my ankles. A little bit better range of motion here. So lift, we're going to straighten and down. Straighten and down. And this is a good one to do, again, without a band. You don't have to do banded work all the time, but this is a way to get a little bit of leg extension work in, quad work in. Lift and lower. Try to keep the hips up. Good job. Bring it in. Take the band off if you're going to do the inner thighs. I'm going to lie on my side or bring it up. Top leg is over. Lock out that knee. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So lock it out. We're going to have our foot flexed. Try to lift your entire inner thigh off of the ground. You can absolutely do this one sitting or leaning back. And again, lift and a lower. Just try not to lean back as you do it. Same thing for standing. You can think about kicking a soccer ball, You can kick the soccer ball across the body. If you're sitting, you can run your heel up your shin like you have an itch. You're still gonna get some hips, but you're also gonna get a little inner thigh. That's an option for you. Good job. Flipping it back over. Last 2 exercises for the day. We're gonna do bridge with a leg extension. Your time is on. So all the way down. Straight line from your hip bone through your knees to your second toe. So a lot of times I have this happen with clients periodically where the feet are out and the knees are in, or the knees are out and the feet are in, and it just does not work well. So just a nice good bridge, straighten the knee. And see, and this is why I don't like the rubber ones. They are just being fussy today. So lift, straighten, and down. Good job. All right, going for those inner thighs. So on your side with the leg crossed over, or on your side here, we're gonna lift, we're gonna lower, lift and lower. I kind of like this one where I'm a little more upright. Externally rotate my leg, rotate that inner thigh in to point up towards the ceiling. Lock out your knees, straighten that knee as much as you can by squeezing your quad. Kind of think about pulling your kneecap up towards your hip. Nice, good lift. A lot of times, if it's an exercise that you struggle with, that's the one you need to do. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Grab a drink. Take a minute to clear your area. We're gonna go ahead and go into some stretching. All right, we're gonna take it all the way down. Sitting up nice and tall. So tall just means open chest, does not mean you have to be perfectly upright. We're gonna take it all the way to the right and then all the way to the left. You can do this sitting in a chair or sitting on the edge of your couch. We just wanna make sure that when we do the rotation that we're not rotating our hip and our knee, but keeping our foot really glued to the floor. The whole thing pivots all the way in and all the way out as far as your hips will let you. All right, let's take it all the way over to the right. Open up the front hip as much as you can, front knee, bend the back as needed, and we're just gonna do a nice good forward fold. Think about taking your chest forward and out versus dropping your forehead down to the floor. So it's a nice neutral spine position, and we're really trying to sit into that glute and get weight into that outer hip and thigh. Now, if you're really tight, you might be struggling and you might be here and you feel a great stretch. That's fine. Everybody's a little bit different. Good, let's bring it in, switch it over to the other side. Same thing. Open up the front knee as much as you can, bend the back one as needed, and we're just gonna fold forward, hinging at the hip. We have a nice natural crease right in that glute. That's what we wanna try to stick with. Good job. We're going to bring it up. We're going to take our front leg, slide it under our back leg. And we are going to sit back into a child's pose. And I really want you to think about focusing on the knees. So I want you to try to tuck the toes under as much as you can. And I want you to focus on the knees. I want you to bend your knees as much as your knees will let you. So maybe you're still up here. That is fine. I want you to bend those knees. Now, if you're sitting in a chair, you can just think about trying to turn sideways in your chair. You're going to do one at a time and just try to bring your knee as close to the floor as you can get, and then you can bend your knee and bring your heel to your butt. But this is kind of focusing on the knees. You can also put one leg on the seat of the chair and try to sit back. But I want you to work on a good knee bend. All right, we're gonna bring it up. We're gonna come up to half kneeling. Tuck your tail, squeeze your glute. Front heel stays down, core stays braced. And again, we're gonna press that knee forward over your toes. Stretch your hip, stretch your Achilles tendon, your calf. Knee over the toes, and then we're just going to press it back. So we're going to take it forward, and then we're going to press it back. Again, knee is tracking between your big toe and your pinky toe. And for this one, we're not letting our back arch. We're keeping it neutral. So we're neutral spine, nice good hip position, little stretch. Good, let's switch it over to the other side. Same thing. So half kneeling. Tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, hips, knees, and toes are pointing forwards, heel stays on the ground, press it forward, knee goes towards your toes, stretch your hip, heel stays down, knee goes forward, and take it back. Adjust your leg position in the front. So if you really are struggling, you can take that leg a little farther out. You're gonna get a little bit more hip stretch, but takes pressure off of your knee and your ankle. If you're a little more flexible, you can pull it back a little bit, less hip, more knee and ankle. So your foot position is going to adjust you based on how tight you are. Good, one more. Bring it in. We're going to take this leg, pull it back a little bit. We're going to come up to a nice good standing position. Cross your right leg over your left. Push the left hip out to the side. And we're going to turn a little bit, and staying tall, we're going to push the hip out. It's more about stretching out the side of your leg than it is about getting to the floor. So I get to my knee and I feel an amazing stretch right here. Good, bring it in, switch it over to the other side, foot over, push the hip out, turn a little bit. We're just trying to stretch that outer thigh and that hip. So I keep my front leg a little bit soft. My back leg is pretty straight at the knee. Just a little reach. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it into the center, nice and tall. We're just gonna circle the ankle. And we're gonna change direction. Good, switching legs. So nice, good ankle circle. And then switching legs. Bring it in. We're gonna spread the toes out as far as we can, and then we're gonna set them back down on the ground. So we're gonna lift, we're gonna spread, and then I want you to bring them in and press them down without curling them under. Good, one more time. Lift, spread, and then bring them in, set it down, press them into the ground without curling them underneath. Good, just kind of shake it out. Big breath in, 2 times. Good, one more time. And you are all done. So I want you to give yourself a nice good pat on the back for doing this leg workout with me. Let me know what changes you made. Let me know what exercises you liked, what worked out well for you. And then let me know what modifications you did, if you did any of them. I know a lot of people probably just did regular squats and deadlifts on that first round, and that is okay. They're still squats, they're still deadlifts, just a little bit different. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope everybody is safe with this crazy weather that we've been having with these storms. So I hope that everyone is all right. I hope to see you in class Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central, Wednesday and Friday, 7 a.m. Central, and then I do the Saturday class. Next Saturday, which is the 22nd of March, 2025, we will not have class. My mom, yay, thankfully, is closing on her house on that Friday, and then she's closing on her new place the following Monday, so we're going to be doing stuff for moving that weekend. So I am not going to be available for class. I'm going to try to get a recording up so that you have a workout to do. Otherwise, I have tons of workouts on my YouTube channel, or you can head over to my website. It is in the show notes. I have a lot of free workouts. All of the mobility exercises, workouts are free. The express workouts are free. Trying to think what else. I have a few others that there's no charge. They're free. You can watch them. I do ask for your email. I'm not a spammer. You get like 1 email a week with information unless there's something crazy and weird going on. You get 1 email a week from me. That's it, Monday mornings. But I hope you enjoyed the workout. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again in class. So bye.